What if everything you learned about the beginning of civilization was incomplete? What if ancient Egypt, with its pyramids, pharaohs, and gods, was not the first great civilization? What if, long before pyramids touched the sky, before hieroglyphs were carved into stone, before mummies were wrapped in linen, there already existed a civilization, organized, advanced, powerful, a civilization history barely talks about today. No massive monuments rising from deserts, no kings boasting victories in stone, no clear records explaining who they were. And yet, they built cities. They mastered engineering. They traded across vast distances. They lived in ways that challenge everything we think we know about the ancient world. Tonight, we travel far back in time to uncover a lost civilization older than Egypt, and the mystery of how it vanished. To understand how shocking this truly is, we must first understand time itself. Egypt's Old Kingdom, the age of the pyramids, began around 2600 BCE. This moment is often described as the true beginning of civilization, but archaeology tells a very different story. Long before Egypt built pyramids, long before pharaohs ruled the Nile, people were already living in true cities, not villages, not temporary camps, but carefully planned cities, with streets, sanitation systems, and organized governance. This civilization existed as early as 3300 BCE, possibly even earlier. It flourished for centuries. Today we call it the Indus Valley Civilization. It spread across what is now Pakistan and northwest India, covering a region larger than ancient Egypt and Mesopotamia combined. Its major cities, Mohenjo-Daro, Harappa, Dholavira, and Lothal, were unlike anything the ancient world had ever seen. Mohenjo-Daro was meticulously planned. Straight streets, wide avenues, neighborhoods organized in perfect grids. Homes were built using standardized bricks, all identical in size, a level of precision unheard of at the time. Many houses had private bathrooms, with water flowing directly into covered drainage systems beneath the streets. Waste was carried away efficiently, keeping the city clean in an era when most civilizations dumped garbage into open roads. Harappa reveals evidence of a thriving trade economy. Merchants exchanged goods across vast distances: beads, metals, pottery, and luxury items. Workshops followed consistent standards, suggesting organized guilds or cooperative production systems. Dholavira stands out for its astonishing water management. Massive reservoirs and carefully engineered storage systems allowed the city to survive long periods of drought, proof that environmental planning was central to their survival. Lothal, located near the coast, featured an artificial dockyard, one of the earliest ever discovered. This suggests advanced knowledge of tides, shipbuilding, and maritime trade. These were not primitive settlements. They were cities designed with foresight, balance, and intelligence. Cities that even modern urban planners admire today. Now imagine daily life in one of these cities 5,000 years ago. As the sun rises, families fetch water from wells placed strategically throughout the city. Children play along clean, straight streets. Merchants open their stalls as markets come alive with sound and movement. Craftsmen shape pottery, carve beads from precious stones, and forge tools using techniques refined over generations. Homes are designed for comfort and hygiene. Bathing is part of daily life, not just ritual. Waste flows through covered drains, reducing disease and keeping the city livable. At the heart of Mohenjo-Daro lies the Great Bath, a massive waterproofed structure, likely used for ritual cleansing or communal gatherings. It hints at spiritual traditions, even though no temples or palaces have ever been found. And that absence is one of the greatest mysteries. Unlike Egypt or Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley shows no evidence of kings, no royal tombs, No statues of rulers. No monuments celebrating power. This suggests a society governed not by emperors or divine rulers, but perhaps by councils, shared leadership, or collective systems. A civilization built on cooperation rather than domination. Their technological achievements only deepen the mystery. Brick sizes followed precise ratios. Drainage systems included inspection holes and carefully calculated slopes. Bathrooms connected directly to sewage systems, a feature that would not appear in Europe again for thousands of years. Water management was extraordinary. Wells, reservoirs, and public baths were common. Cities like Dolavira stored massive amounts of rainwater to survive dry seasons. Metallurgy was advanced. They crafted tools and ornaments from bronze, copper, and gold. Thousands of seals have been discovered, engraved with symbols and animals. These likely recorded trade, ownership, or administrative details. Yet their writing system remains undeciphered. And then, something happened. The cities were abandoned. Archaeologists found homes intact, tools left behind, pottery unfinished. There are no signs of invasion, no mass graves, no burned cities, no evidence of sudden violence. An advanced civilization simply walked away. Why? Some scholars believe climate change altered the course of rivers, leading to drought and failed crops. Others suggest epidemics, earthquakes, or gradual environmental collapse. But no single explanation fully answers the question. If they faced hardship, why not rebuild? Why abandon cities so carefully planned and maintained? The silence of their undeciphered script makes the mystery even deeper. We cannot read their final warnings, their fears, their decisions. Their story ends without a conclusion, and that may be the most haunting part. The Indus Valley Civilization reminds us that progress is fragile. Knowledge can be lost. Great societies can vanish. History does not always leave monuments behind. Sometimes it leaves only questions. By studying civilizations like the Indus Valley, we honor what humanity is capable of and what it can lose. Their story asks us something profound. Will we learn from the past? Or will we, too, become a forgotten civilization, waiting to be rediscovered?